Hi, Pete's pals or Pete's partners. I hope you're having a great week. Welcome to Word Wednesday. This will be our very last Word Wednesday. That's okay. I will be leaving you with plenty of word work when I drop off your end of the year packets next week. Remember that on Monday will be our last lesson e-learning lesson, and then Wednesday I will be dropping off a special package for you. It will have your school supplies and the things you left behind in the classroom and maybe a special treat. I'm pretty sure there'll be a special treat for you, an end of the year treat. That will be next Wednesday, so a week from today. And I would love to be able to wave to you through the window when I drop those off. So I'll make sure to get the information to whoever, big brother or sister, or whoever might be home at that time. So, all right, guys, before we jump into Word Wednesday, I want to give you a quick update on our lynx, our caterpillars. They have been in their chrysalis for maybe a little less than a week now, and there is some movement, or not actual movement, but they are changing colors. They are, and I did take a picture so that you could see, they are turning a darker color brown. They lost, can you see that? I will make sure to upload these pictures because this camera on my computer does not like my phone camera. But they are no longer metallic-y. They're no longer that shimmery color. This guy and this guy are both dark colored. So pretty soon what's going to happen is they're going to darken even more, and then we will know that they are going to start coming out, which is great because I want to make sure you can at least see one or two of the butterflies before we end our lessons. There's three more in there, and they have not quite, they might be a little bit slower to change. So we'll just have to wait and keep our fingers crossed that they too will come out of their chrysalises soon. So today, Word Wednesday, we are going to actually make an art project with CVC words, our consonant, vowel, consonant words. We're going to make an art project with them, which will be a lot of fun. But I also want to remind you to continue to read and work on your sight words. Those sight words, I think we got through maybe list number 4 or 5, but continue to go all the way through. I believe that there was maybe 9 that I sent out during conferences at the beginning of the year. Also, in your packet next week, I have a fun little mini book that is going to have a calendar of different activities that you can do at home to kind of keep working on those. And there are your sight words in that packet too. So be looking for that next week. All right, guys, here's what you need to get. I need you to gather a piece of paper. It can be lined or it could be like computer paper. Piece of paper. Then I am hoping you have some magazines around the house like this. If you don't have magazines, newspapers, or even the shopping guides that come in the mail for coupons and stuff, that will work. So gather something that has pictures in it, scissors, and a writing utensil. You could use markers, that might be fun. Go gather those materials and push pause. Ready? Go! Did you get everything? If not, that's okay. You can watch the whole video and then do this maybe a little bit later. So here's what we are going to do. Let's remind ourselves of what a CVC word is. Do you remember, it's been a long time now, but think back to Mrs. B's word wall and the way she color coded her CVC word wall. Do you remember? Some were blue and some were red. C stands for, That's probably better for you. C stands for the consonant. Consonants are every letter of the alphabet besides A, E, I, O, and U. Those are the vowels. So we have a consonant, a vowel, and a consonant. Can you remember back to doing those? So what are some CVC words? Well, I know that we had learned the word or the letter A. That's a vowel, so I'm going to make a word with A. We also had, I'm thinking back to our pictures, our activities up there. By the way, I did not choose to do more letter work because I felt like letter work, it was probably the easiest thing that we did. It was kind of a review. So I wanted to, when we did our Word Wednesdays, I wanted to hit a little bit harder concepts like our digraphs, THs, SHs, those, because those are a little harder. But do continue to work on your alphabet and remembering the sounds and the letter names. So, okay, I think we had F. So what if I do a word like F would be my consonant, and I don't want it to be a mean word. This word is kind of not a nice word. Fat, yes, but it is a CVC word, F-A-T. So let me choose a different one. How about if I put T? T, ah. How about P? Let's read this one together. T, ah, p, t, ah, p. You know, Miss B has such a hard time trying to figure out which direction my hand needs to go. Tap is the word. So first thing first, let's go through our magazines and look for pictures that might have some CVC words. Cat, dog, tap, sat, mat. You can come up with many, many, many different ones. And if you need help, you could ask an older sibling. So here is my magazine, and I'm going to flip through it and see what I can see too. Okay, guys, how did it go? Did you find a lot of pictures? If you were looking through grocery store ads and things, you probably found a lot of food. Well, here's what I found. I found a picture of bud, like flower buds. Bud. I know that's CVC word. Bud. So on my paper, I'm going to use my whiteboard. You can use your paper. And I forgot to ask you to get a glue stick. So run and grab a glue stick or your some liquid glue, and you're going to glue on the picture. Ms. B is going to put hers right here. And you're not going to put it in a straight line. We're going to make a collage, which means all of our pictures can be all over. Then we're going to fill in with the words. So there's my picture of bud. I also found a picture of a dog, so I'm going to put that in my collage. I found a picture of some buns, and this is so tiny. I found a little picture of a car. So let's get all of those on our collage. I just put them around kind of randomly. Once you have all of your pictures on, we're going to go back and spell the words. So if you need to pause again, you can do that. I'm going to go ahead and write the words. So my first picture here in my collage are pictures of flower buds. So what sound do I hear in bud? B, good. What's that vowel sound? What's the V? Good. And then bud. Yes, bud. Yay! So when you are putting your pictures around, make sure you leave a little space at the top or the bottom to write the words, because we do want the collage to include the words. So let's go down to dog. Okay, we know D, A, G. Yes, CVC, DOG. What about K, R? K. Now this one is a little bit tricky because you can't hear the vowel sound quite as much. It's actually blending together with that last consonant. So let me see if we can really, if I say K, R, do you hear that vowel sound? K, R. Very tricky. You might think R, you might think O, but it's actually AR. If you write a different vowel sound, that's okay too, because you are writing what you hear, which is perfect for kindergarten spelling. Now I have 3 words and 3 pictures. Let me go up and do my bun. B, b, b. Lots of B's and D's, huh, in my pictures. B, n, bun. Perfect. Yay! Now, a collage means a lot of different pictures. So I'm going to go back. This time I want you to go through your magazines again, and you may cut out or tear out pictures of any words or any pictures you think you can write the word. Do not tear out a picture of something that has so many letters you couldn't possibly do kindergarten spelling. Like you don't want to pick something like Philadelphia or really hard pictures like that. That was a funny example, wasn't it? But I chose this one to show you. I found a picture of a bird, and I thought, you know what? I can probably figure out how to spell that. So you're going to go back through your magazines and fill in the blank spaces with pictures of words that might be a little bit bigger than your CVC, but still small enough to kindergarten spell. So, how do we spell bird? B, b. Another B. Bird. Here's what I heard. A B, an R, and a D. I know there's a vowel sound in there because we have to have a V to make a word, but that's perfect kindergarten spelling. I would love for you to fill the whole page with all kinds of great words and pictures that you found going on your picture scavenger hunt. You know, if you don't have magazines or newspapers or anything else, you could have someone print off some pictures from the computer, or you could draw your own pictures and then write the words to spell them. That would be a great review of your CVC words, your sounds, your letters, all of it would be great. You could even toss some of your diagram, like TH, CH, SH. You could even toss some of those words in there. I saw a fish, and I know that fish, SH, says sh. So I could have done that and reviewed all of our word concepts. If you want to, you could upload a picture, take a picture of your collage, and show Miss B. I would love to see them. That is your fun activity for today. So enjoy that. And sometimes when you do things like this, you don't even know that you're working on letters because it's so much fun. But we are going to get to our book about seeds and flowers. We're going to continue with some craft ideas for Fun Friday. We talked about the life cycle of the flower. We talked about what flowers need. Do you remember what flowers need? Soil, water, light, and air. Yes, that's what a seed needs. And then as a seed grows, do you remember what goes down? Roots, good. And then stem, leaves, and flowers and buds, like in my collage. All right, so also, hopefully you got to watch the Eric Carle video, because one of my chapters or one of my pages in my book says, where do seeds come from? And you already know that. We know that seeds come from the centers of plants and flowers, and we know that they can travel various of different ways. Seeds can travel by wind, by water. They can travel by bird. They can even get stuck to our shoe and our pants, can't they? It's pretty amazing. So, and And then here's a page that says, why do plants have flowers? We know that that's kind of they have to have those seeds in there. This is kind of a fun one. It says, who plants all the seeds? Which kind of talks about how seeds travel. So I think we're going to do, our chapter is going to be, we read how flowers grow. So today we're going to do, I think, why do plants have flowers? Or let's see. If I only can choose one page, that's so hard. How about if I read that page first and then on Fun Friday we'll get to the next one. Okay, why do plants have flowers? Flowers make a dusty powder called pollen. Plants need pollen from another flower to make seeds. Now, this is why Miss B talked about bees before. If it weren't for bees, we wouldn't have all the beautiful things we have, beautiful flowers and plants, because it's a bee that gets that powder on their legs and feet. And when they go to another flower, that powder they mix together, and that's how flowers are pollinated, which is amazing. We got to be nice to our bees. Over here it says, why do flowers look bright and smell nice? Well, I don't know. Let's find out. To attract insects, of course. Do you see that over there? Insects like the sweet liquid, which is called nectar, inside the bright flowers. Look at all those bees doing their job. Remember, a bee will not hurt you if you don't hurt it. Over here it says, what's the insect doing? Well, let's flip it down and see. Let's zoom in to take a closer look. There's the nectar. There's the pollen. It's sucking up nectar and getting pollen stuck to its body. We need that. Over here on this beautiful flower, it says, how do insects help plants? By taking pollen from one flower to the next. So even the butterfly can, it's going to land on this flower. And hopefully when my butterflies come out of the chrysalis, we can look a little bit closer. But you know that a butterfly does not have a mouth. It has a straw that it can drink nectar from. Yes, butterflies, unlike caterpillars, drink nectar for food. And so it had some nectar here, got some pollen on it, went over to this flower, mixed the pollen together. Amazing. Then down here it says, can you follow the bee's trail? By the way, just an interesting note that we didn't get a chance to talk about. Bees communicate through dance. Bees actually, when they have found a area with flowers and nectar, they go back to the hive and they actually do a dance and incorporate the directions for where they got their nectar from, and the other bees can follow it. It's very cool. I wish we had had time to get to that in real and class. What does pollen do? It travels down a tiny tube and makes seeds inside the flower. Over here it says, these are flowers too. Why aren't they colorful? Because they don't need to attract insects. They use the wind to blow their pollen from one flower to the next. That's cool. So they don't need insects to do it. It's the wind that's going to take the powder from one flower to the next flower. And the last one says, do flowers attract insects? Well, I think so. I know that I have flowers that I love when my flowers attract honeybees and, of course, butterflies. No, little hummingbirds drink nectar. What? Do flowers only attract insects? That makes sense. It's good that I went back and clarified that. No, little hummingbirds drink nectar too. So do some bats at night. So not only bugs and or bees and butterflies drink nectar, but also those amazing hummingbirds like to drink nectar too, or drink nectar, and bats. Ooh, I'm not sure about bats, but all right, guys, this is a little longer because we had more to talk about. I hope you have fun doing your craft. Attached to your lesson are some just review fun summer activities. Like I said, there's some writing paper. There's a couple of math reviews, both addition, subtraction, and some letter work too. I hope that you have a great Wednesday and Thursday. I'll see you Friday. Bye, guys.